Alright, so before this topic begins, let's talk about pollution first. In case you live under a rock for years and has no idea about what pollution is, don't worry, I got you covered. The introduction of dangerous items into the environment is referred to as pollution. Pollutants are the term for these dangerous compounds. Pollutants can come from the environment, such as volcanic ash. They can also be caused by human activities such as garbage or factory runoff. Pollutants wreak havoc on the environment, including the air, water, and land. The main point of this video is to tackle the three major types of pollution: air, water, and land pollution, and the things we can do to minimize or avoid pollution on our environment. Let's start with air pollution. Air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car and truck exhausts, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, and wildfires. Long-term health effects from air pollution include heart disease, lung cancer, and respiratory diseases such as emphysema. Air pollution can also cause long-term damage to people's nerves, brain, kidneys, liver, and other organs. Some scientists suspect air pollutants can cause birth defects. And these are the ways to minimize air pollution. 1. Minimize air pollution from cars. Walk, bike, or use public transportation to lessen car exhaustion. Save energy or electricity. Recycle and buy recycled products so you won't have to burn your garbages. Consume less and choose sustainable products to avoid excessive trash. Eat local, organic produce and less meat. Or you just grow your own food. Let's head to water and land pollution. These two are caused by garbage and sewage. Main causes of water pollution is sometimes caused by nature, such as when mercury filters from the Earth's crust, polluting oceans, rivers, lakes, canals, and reservoirs. However, the most common cause of poor quality water is human activity and its consequences, which we will now go on to explain. Global warming. Rising global temperatures caused by CO2 emissions heat the water, reducing its oxygen content. Deforestation. Felling forests can exhaust water resources and generate organic residue, which becomes a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. Industry, agriculture, and livestock farming. Chemical dumping from these sectors is one of the main causes of eutrophication of water. Rubbish and fecal water and land dumping. The UN says that more than 80% of the world's sewage finds its way into seas and rivers untreated. Maritime traffic. Much of the plastic pollution in the ocean comes from fishing boats, tankers, and cargo shipping. Fuel spillages. The transportation and storage of oil and its derivatives is subject to leakage that pollutes our water resources. So every drop of polluted water today is an irreparable loss for tomorrow. That's why we must prevent water and land pollution with measures like the following. Reduce CO2 emissions to prevent global warming and acidification of the oceans. Reduce the use of chemical pesticides and nutrients on crops. Reduce and safely treat wastewater so that, as well as not polluting, it can be reused for irrigation and energy production. Restrict the use of single-use plastics that end up floating in rivers, lakes, oceans, mainly as microplastics. Encourage sustainable fishing to ensure the survival of species and avoid depletion of the seas. Make people aware of the concept of reduce, recycle, and reuse. Reduce the use of pesticides and fertilizers in agricultural activities. Reduce the use of non-biodegradable materials. So those are the ways to save our environment from the three major types of pollution. Pollution from human activities is changing the Earth's climate. We see the damage that a disrupted climate can do on our coasts, our farms, forests, mountains, and cities. Those impacts will grow more severe unless we start reducing global warming pollution now. Sooner or later, we will have to recognize that the Earth has rights too, to live without pollution. What mankind must know is that the human beings cannot live without Mother Earth, but the planet can live without humans. Evo Morales.